Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Bob here, and we're back in Everquest, as you can see, and I'm playing on my Shadow Knight at the moment. I'm just kind of not really doing much today, so I thought I would just record. I don't know. I just thought I'd record for no reason other than the fact that I can. And I love. I think the sun's just coming up. I'm in Raph Mountains, and I love the. I know the polygons and the textures and everything. You know, sort of very much of the time. But I do love the I do love existing in the world. You know, it's just a fantastic world to be in, particularly when the sun's just coming up and there's like a kind of bit of a misty haze. You know, and it really does look like the kind of sunrise with a bit of mist on the ground and that kind of thing. Pretty awesome. Anyway, yeah, I'm playing Bogwart, who's my level 13 Shadow Knight today. So before I go on, I want to say to everyone who contacts me in game, just thanks a lot, really. You know, it's kind of, I know sort of, you know, you hear quite a lot of things on the, I think it's just a forum thing, but you hear quite a lot of things on the forum about how bad the community is and that kind of thing. But I think community in the game generally is generally really good. You know, I get a lot of messages in games saying, you know, hope you're feeling better, hope things are going okay, love the videos, all that kind of thing. So it's all pretty awesome, yeah, and thanks for that. It's it really is a good. If you're kind of worried about the community in the game and you're not playing yet, and it's because of what you read on the forums, then I think that's kind of like a very very small percentage of what the community is like. So yeah, don't let that put you off, because it is pretty awesome. Even TMO, hi guys, I have to say, I get some yeah, I've had some sort of. Some sort of just messages and stuff from guys in there, and yeah, they're great as well. You know, they have got a heart. If anyone thinks they haven't, they have. So yeah, pretty awesome. So what I was going to do today is just, I mean, I'm kind of playing Bogwart, and I'm in Raph Mountains, and it's weird because I'm kind of hunting this little orc camp in the corner here. Oh shit! God damn it! Yeah, I'm kind of hunting this little orc camp in the corner here. Although I'm only killing 2 of them, because there are some even con kind of priests up there. I think there's 3 mobs linked, 2 of them are priests, so I don't really want to get involved in that. So I kind of kill those 2, and then I go off and look for some lizard men. But it's weird because I imagine that these orcs probably have it pretty cushy generally. I bet no one ever comes here. it's one of those low level camps that people probably just. Oh, there's a dark elf necromancer over there. Oh, he's indifferent though, it's pretty cool. There's a nice little undead camp here, and I'm kind of hoping to pick a couple of these things off when I get higher level. Yeah, but I bet the orcs just sit there and no one ever comes here. You know, I don't think this is a route that people generally take, and it's kind of why I'm here. I kind of want to do to sort of try and go by the sort of low level characters I've got. Try and take them through routes that I haven't been before, but yeah, but I imagine that this is not what those orcs signed up for. You know, they've probably been sitting there for weeks, casually just not doing anything at all, because because no one ever comes here. And then suddenly some great big ugly ogre has come along, and yeah, it's just spoiled the fun essentially. But it's great, you know, it's great sort of exploring these zones that people just don't generally come to. Particularly with a class, kind of like a new class for me, really. You know, it's not the same old shaman stuff. Although, you know, when I say same old, I mean like the shaman class is my favourite class in the game, and sometimes I wish it wasn't as popular as it is, because I think it's just yeah, I don't generally always like being the popular man. Well, and I always hate being the popular guy, to be honest. But there you go. Sometimes that's just the way it goes. But yeah, I mean, I love the shaman class. I've actually started a 3rd shaman who is barbarian, and my plan was to sort of level him up to a point where I can, maybe before Velius comes out, where I can then go into Velius and kind of level through Velius. But I don't know. You know, I don't know. I love the shaman, and I would kind of quite happily do it, but there comes a time. I love the barbarian shamans as well. You know, I mean, I've got a bit of Scottish heritage. Barbarian shamans just look lovely in armour, particularly like plate armour like totemic. I think they look really awesome. But I don't know, you know, I think you can go too far with a class, and maybe that's what I'm doing. But I'm really enjoying the Shadow Knight. I mean, it's obviously slow going, you know, like really slow. I'm sorry, because he's an ogre, you just can't really see what I'm fighting. it's I know that I'm kind of using all my skills and spells at the wrong time. But I'm just kind of raising skills at the moment. So yeah, it's but I do love the Shadow Knight class. It's kind of it doesn't. I mean, I've started a warrior as well, but to be honest with you, I just don't think that's gonna go very far. Really, I just don't see it happening. I love the class, and I love the idea of having a martial class that has no like innate magic of its own. You know, so you have to. So you end up with like a little bag of tricks. That because you've got no spells of your own, you end up with a little bag of tricks that kind of do things. You end up with lots of items and weapons that kind of do the things for you and try and fill in those things that you're missing. But I don't know. I'm not put off by the simplicity of the class. You know, the fact there's not many buttons to press. I think it's just, if I'm, I know this is going to sound really wimpy and stuff. Oh no, it's not. Is that a priest spawned in there? No. Okay, I was clicking on something else. I know it's going to sound really wimpy, but if I had a fungi tunic on my account, I'd be all over that warrior, definitely. You know, but I just can't. I think the way I'm playing the game at the moment, I don't think I can really. I think it'll be painful, because at least let's give myself some. That's one of the advantages of having a shaman on your account who can make potions. People talk about sort of. I know a lot of people kind of. Get druids up to a certain level, you know, for porting and stuff, and porting the guildies around, that kind of thing. But yeah, I'd kind of really recommend, if you've got the time, if you've got an abundance of spare time, get a shaman up to a certain level where so you can make yourself potions. Because there's particularly if you're not a spell casting class, you know, certainly makes things much easier. Even just being able to run around quickly, you know. Oh, god damn it. Even just being able to run around quickly, you know, that makes a huge difference. But anyway, back to the warrior. Yeah, as I said, if I had a fungi tunic, I think I would probably be all over the warrior. Maybe even a halfling one, you know, because we all Lord of the Rings, you know, who's a hero? We all know Sam's a hero. You know, there's no denying that. So that would maybe be pretty cool. But I think other than that, I think it would just be too painful. You know, at least with goddamn. I'm just blinded. At least with the Shadow Knight, you know, I know that I can gain some health back if I need to. My life tap is only pretty low at the moment, but I know that I can, you know, when things run and stuff, I use my life tap to gain a bit of hit points back. During the fight, sometimes I'll use it as well, and I'll get kind of bigger life taps as I go on. And I think with a warrior, you're just kind of relying on healing all the time, and that's just not healing. You're kind of relying on your bind wound all the time, and I just don't really know if that's yeah, if that's going to be a good idea. But maybe that'll be one for the future. But I've been thinking about the warrior quite a lot, because I do like that the whole idea of having a class with no innate magic. And as time goes by, you kind of collect, little bits and pieces that sort of that just make your life easier, particularly when you get up to the higher levels and you get your, you get some of your what they're called, your disciplines that I think, make life much easier, and some of the weapons start to proc and that kind of thing. But as I said, maybe that's a project for the future. He was carrying a doll of some kind, wasn't he? Mystic doll. I think I've already got one of those. I'll pick it up anyway. Yeah, so at the moment I'm kind of falling into the role of shaman, and probably using Bogwart as my run around hit things kind of class. But Mugwort is now, he's level 43 kind of, and I'm going to be coming up to level 44. So my plan there is to getting up to 44, maybe tomorrow. I'm camped in the. I was there all day yesterday. I got from 42 to 43 yesterday. I'm kind of at the docks, Butcher Block docks. So I'm killing dock folk there. So yeah, if you're passing, come and say hello. A couple of people did yesterday. But that's kind of my plan. I'm going to get him up to 44, and then we're going to carry on with because now I can record kind of easier. Next week I'm going to carry on with the Shaman Epic, so we'll see how we go. People put comments saying that it's tricky because the sharks attack you, and I went over to find out where Ooglin, the shaman, is, who you do the turn into. And I thought, well, I don't know what the problem is because she's on land, but I kind of read that apparently she swims underwater, and that's where you have the problems with the shark. So I'll get to level 44 where I've got some new spells, and we'll see what happens. Maybe a disaster, but you never know. And I think I'm probably going to just tap him down, I reckon. but I'll give it a go. I think I've got like an invisibility to animals spell. I don't know if that would help. I think someone said that the bigger sharks see through invis, maybe. And I'm going to be talking to NPCs as well, so maybe that's not going to work. What I'll do, maybe. I mean, I don't think I can probably. I don't think I can probably tell you exactly when I'm going to do it, but a couple of people have said that I'll come and give you a hand, so that might be pretty good actually. If what I'll do, if anyone wants to help with that, then kind of leave your character name. I know a couple of people have done it already, but if you fancy helping, leave your character name in. There's a message down below, and if I'm going to do it, if I see you on, I'll give you a shout, because that'll probably be pretty cool. Another mystic there. I do much prefer fighting the warriors, but there you go. What's at the top of this hill? It's probably going to be a disaster. Ah, warrior. Okay, these are pretty cool because I can just tap these guys down when they run away, and then I've got to worry about spells and stuff. Yeah. So if any of you guys fancy helping with that part, or with anything really, just leave your name in the what's it, and yeah, and I'll give you a shout, and we'll see how we get on if I see you in game. So yeah, so that's the plan to do that, and I think the plan in general is to because the way I'm playing the game at the moment, I mean, unfortunately, it looks like I'm probably going to lose my job quite soon. Kind of unavoidable, really. I'm just not up to a physical level where I can go and do some work, really. You know, if you include the travelling and all that kind of thing, it's just not it's just not really going to work out. So that's a bit of a bummer. But there you go. Kind of. I guess one of the up points of that is I can sit around playing Everquest when I'm feeling like it. But the way I play the game at the moment is that my computer screens give me a lot of headaches if I stare at them for too long. So the way I've run out of mana. God damn it. So the way I'm playing the game at the moment essentially is to hang on a sec. I don't know if that music volume is too loud, so I'll turn it down. Yeah, the way I'm playing the game at the moment essentially is by doing even with Bugwort, what I've been doing is finding a camp and then just sitting there and killing something every 6 minutes, and that's kind of what I'm doing with Mugwort as well. And that kind of works for me the way I'm playing at the moment. I'm going to have to sit down and med here, guys. Sorry, not very interesting. But that's kind of the way. That's just the way I'm forced to play the game at the moment. There are periods where I can do more like this, and I'll record a video, and I'll do my epic and stuff. Obviously, I need to record that. But yeah, what I think is quite good in a way actually, because it kind of means that I can sit down and knuckle down and just grind through some levels. And that's what I'm hoping to do with Mugwort over the coming sort of weeks, leading up to Velius, because I kind of decided that I'm going to level him up anyway, and then whatever level he is, I'll take him there. Maybe I'll carry on with the barbarian shaman as well. Maybe he'll get to a point where he's that level, because Bogwart's not going to. It's just at the moment it's just too slow leveling with the 60% XP penalty. But yeah, it's all kind of I can play the game, and I can at the moment I can play it in a way that means that I can kind of gain some levels, so that's pretty good. Anyway, guys, that's my plan. I just thought I was sitting here playing, and I thought I'd just quickly record a video just to let you know what's hopefully going to be going up. I'm going to try and do a video a week, maybe 2, depending on how I feel. But if you do want to help next week, or at any point, just put your name down. Even if you told me your name in game, put it down, because I forget these things. And it's much easier just to have it written down. And then I'll give you a shout any time I'm doing anything, and you'll be made famous in a video as well, so that'll all be cool. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to record any more of me just sitting here doing nothing. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.